Hello, welcome back to Chrury's Dreams, doing more human resource machine. I hope this isn't too boring for anyone watching. It is the type of game I really enjoy, but you know, I can understand if it's not the most visually engaging thing. But you know, by all means, if you have a type of game or a specific game I might have that you'd like to see me stream, let me know, and I can probably fit it in somewhere. So let's get started. I actually did some thinking. I did some off-stream optimization on a couple things. Visual, there we go. But I think I know how to do that Fibonacci problem now. So we're gonna go back and try to do these four first, even though they're like on the advanced branch. Alright, advanced, only, blah, blah. Okay, so my thought was, we always know that based on this setup, we're always going to have at least one. So I can use this as sort of a bump and as an addition, and then we continually check if the number that we have pulled is smaller using a subtraction. So what we can do, we need to first inbox, and we're going to copy to 8. I'm just going to put this as my holder. Let me just label that, actually. Holder. Okay. So we're always going to have that number there, which is fine. Then we're going to do the 1, 1. Because the way this is set up, you're always going to have 1, 1 in the sequence. So what we do is we're going to bump 0. And we're going to copy it to there. And we are going to outbox, copy from 0, outbox. So this should always give us 1, 1. Let me step through it real quick, make sure I'm not stupid here. Okay. Bam. Out. And out. Okay. Good. So that's that. So then we want to check if we have reached our limit. And we're going to reach our limit if the number that we pull in is less than this counter. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to add a copy from holder. And we're going to subtract this one. And then we're going to do a jump F negative. Donk, this way. And if it is negative, then we stop. We do the jump back up to the beginning. Like so. Well, not quite. We need to actually go this way. We need to reset our 0, because this is going to be our counter. So we need to go like this. We need to go copy from 9, subtract 9. There. And that'll reset it to 0. Then we put a jump here. Bam. So now we need to do the addition thing. So if this is not negative, this is where we're in here. Right? I need to remove that. Okay. This jump F negative will go here, zip back up there. in here, in this if statement, is where we're going to do our addition stuff. So, if I step through here real quick, just as a visual thing. Okay, so now we need to add this to that, or that to this, rather. So, right in here, we are then going to copy from this guy and add it to this guy. So, copy from 0, add 9, that'll give us 2. We then need to copy from, no, we need to copy to another location. Actually, we can copy it to the same location. I think. Well, let me do it the way I know should work, and then we'll come back and do it a different way. Copy to 1, outbox, and then we jump back to no, we want to copy that to hang on. This'll work. Almost. A lot of steps involved here. Okay, positive. From. Add. Copy to. Almost. See, I'm noticing that I need to keep track of 2 numbers at a time. Right now I have 1 and 2, but this is 3. So hang on, stop. So we've got the bump and that one. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't want to copy to 1 because that's too many. Let's see here. I'm copying from 0. Adding whatever's in 9. I think I need 3 slots so that I can keep track of everything. Does that sound right? Let's see. It's a shame that this isn't like quite robust enough to let me put in commands as long as I'm not on them. That would be really handy. Alright, so we're copying. We add. Copy that back there. Bam. So right now this will be a need to do a switch. That's what I need. I need to increment this guy to this number and have this number be that number. So I need to do a quick switch so that when I check the next set, it will be checking the larger number past the other number. So what I need to do is do a quick, let's see, I'll just label this guy, stop, as switch, like so. And let's see, after outbox, we're going to copy from 0, yes, copy to switch, copy from 9, copy to 0, copy from switch, copy to 9. So that should switch the numbers and increment. Let me play this. This might do what I want. And if not, well. Okay, so we get the first two ones. There we go. I think this is gonna work. We'll have to wait and see if... Let's see here. Oh, it's because I did the subtraction sooner than expected. So almost had it. I need to change where the subtraction check happens. Shoot. So that's these three numbers here. Copy from holder. Right, okay. So I'm going to make use of another slot here. I'm not going to label it, I'll just use 4. So what I need to do is right here, actually, to add 9. I need to copy to 4 and then do click, oops, 4, jump if negative. I think, let's see, to speed through a couple of those first. Nope, oh, hang on. What happened? Burp. Oh, that's the outbox. Let's see, that's... It's easy enough to get that far. 15 minutes on this one puzzle. It is an advanced puzzle, I suppose. Okay, so now we're doing the initial add. Let's check what's happening here. Copy it down. Copy from folder. Bam. Okay, if it's not negative... Oh, okay. If it's not negative, we need copy from 4. There we go. Then we copy to 0, outbox, do the switch. I'm seeing, as if this works, I'm seeing where I could possibly optimize it by using the switch instead of this number 4 slot. But I won't waste our time. This looks like it's going to be working really well. So let's get to the end here. It's going to get 8. 13, then just doing the switch. 21. Ah, ooh. Oh, that'll work because it doesn't matter if it is 0. It goes up to, but not passing. So here it should. Bam. Does the thing. Too large. Alright, then we do the reset. And we go again. Alright. Woohoo! That was quite a thing. Considering how long that is, that's not bad. Alright. Mod module. Hopefully this one's a little shorter. How many hours of work can you fit in a day? Not enough! There's always a sad reminder of unworked hours. Good thing we have these optimal night shifts to cram in more. For each 2 things in the inbox, outbox the remainder that would result if you had divided the first by the second. What? Okay, I'm going to back out on this one. I had to really think about that Fibonacci thing, and that sounds... Just get the remainder. That's a really strange request, too. Ah. Okay. This was unexpected. Let's pretend we didn't see that and work on storage. Uh-oh, we've got letters. Big changes are coming! But I see you already know that. Oh, he's balding now. It's not fair. Yes, you can now access slots on the floor directly. What does that mean? You will see. It's going to change everything. Management would like to thank you for your efforts, indirectly, through me. Imagine each thing in the inbox is an address, and each address refers to a tile on the floor. Your task, should you choose to accept it, for each address in the inbox, pick up the letter in that address and outbox it. Congratulations, you can now access tiles on the floor indirectly. Observe this example to see how it works compared to what you've been doing so far. Ah. So we got a little switch now. Whereas that one says copy from 12. Oh, alright. That says copy from the value of 12. Or the value that is in that slot. So, I guess this is a lot simpler because it's teaching us a thing. But I suppose all you need to do is inbox. Ah. Well, I guess I could just copy to lot. I unfortunately cannot check something if you're holding it in your hand. And then remove that. And then outbox. That should just do it. Nice little thing there. Put that down. Bam. Much easier. Ah, makes you feel smart. Ah. Okay. Now they can do really annoying things. String storage. Ah. Special covert assignment. Management is requesting strings from the floor. Let's just process the strings and not read or discuss what they say. It would be impolite to read messages intended for someone else. And forbidden! Yes, I went on a date once, but I was told my heart was in an encrypted vault of solitude. I assumed it was a compliment. We never saw each other again. Alright, so each thing in the inbox is an address of a tile on the floor for each address provided in the inbox. Outbox the... Oh, okay. And all following items on the floor until you reach a 0. Okay, so it's a bump forward, not a bump backwards. That's fine. Alright, so we just inbox. We're going to use this 24 slot here. And we're going to can I? No. Alright. Then we're going to copy from the value in 24. And we're going to check F0. If it's 0, we start at the beginning. Otherwise, we outbox and we go back up like this. But we also need to... No, hang on. Aha! And we need a bump. think that should work. My logic senses are tingling. Let's see here. So we're copying this one. T. Bump it. H. Bump. And then start again. E. Alright. I know we're not. I'm just gonna read it anyway. Let's see. The target, XXX, is awake. XX. Very cleverly constructed message. Take this XX. Yep, 7 commands. 203 steps. Good enough. Make me feel really smart after that Fibonacci stuff. Alright, string reverse. That'll be fun. Not. Ole. Idat oi era o. Wa. Okay, now seriously. A man, a plan, a pan, a lamp. Did I tell you about the time I went to Panama? It was a long time ago. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. I get the order of things flipped around sometimes. For each 0 terminated string in the inbox, reverse it and put the result in the outbox. Ouch. That's... okay. So this is going to involve bumping up and then bumping down, I think? So we need to put them all on the floor. And then we need to do a jump F0. So we're going to just put a jump F0 here. Otherwise, we jump back up here. Larg. And let's see. We need to do the bump up right about there. Okay, and then we need to, I guess, actually, no, if we hit a 0, we discard the 0, and then we copy from this outbox, bump minus this, jump. This way, jump F0, back up this way. So if I did this right, it will lay out everything. Honk. I'm only kind of worried about the 0 terminated part here. Let's find out what happens. Alright, my jump F0 got wrong. Oh. I just need to do a bump minus here, and then copy from, and that'll go backwards. Okay. There we go. No. I made a mistake. Stop. Because 0 is actually a location. I can use this if I bump first. There. That way I start with 1, and then when it hits 0, that's the reset. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it started working properly, and then something went wrong. That's generally the way of things, isn't it? Alright. I'm actually surprised that it didn't call me out earlier. I guess it was actually the right thing. Okay. Okay, so we had a jump F0. Oh, the jump F0 should go above the bump. There we go. There. Oh, I was only one command off. Yeah, I beat the speed challenge, though. I'll take that. By a full 7 steps. Good enough. Inventory. Inventory. Inventory check. Accounting verification. Surprise audit. These are a few of my favorite things. So let's get started. It's not much of a song. How can you determine if 2 letters are equal? Maybe try something you would do if they were numbers? Yes, B is just 1 more than A. You've made it this far. I'm sure you already knew that. For each thing in the inbox, send to the outbox the total number of matching items on the floor. What? What? Oh, yeah. So I have to do a comparison for each of them. But first, let me check something. If I inbox and I subtract that, what happens? Just like they said. 1. Okay. So I need a running counter, and okay, so this is going to be my counter. This is where I store my inbox thing. Okay. I am formulating a plan, and we'll see if this works. I'm going to copy to store, and I'm going to set up my counter. So my counter is going to be, I'm going to copy to counter, I'm going to subtract counter, and copy to counter. This way, I have a 0 here, and I can do that in one step less, actually. I'm just going to copy from here, and then copy to counter. Okay. So that's my setup. Now I need to start doing the comparison. So what I need is, I need to copy from store. Need to Now I'm going to do a subtraction of the value that is in counter, like so. And I'm gonna need a count here. Copy to count. Okay. So I'm treating this whole floor as a 0 terminated string so that I can go through the entire thing. So we copy from the store, and then we subtract the counter. No. Don't subtract counter. Oh, yes we do. Yeah. The value in counter. Then we check if 0 or negative. No, only if 0. If 0, they are the same number. So if 0, we're going to bump count. Then, if it's not 0, we jump back. Well, we need a bump here. We're going to bump counter, and we need to jump to this. And then if it is, this keeps going until what? We need to check on the value in here, because otherwise it's going to go forever and not stop. And I need to put the check after the bump. Yeah. So right here, I need to check copy from this. And we jump this way. copy from count, outbox, restart. That feels right. Let's play it and debug here. So we start with a store, get our counter and our count going. Okay. Now we're going up and we're checking. He's going up here and checking this value, make sure it's not 0. That's why he's doing that little triangle move there. Still haven't found anything the same. Alright, now we're going to check here. We got C. 0. So he should bump that one. Bump that one. Okay. So we're doing good. We'll speed up until we get to end here. Bam. Okay, it's found 0. It's gonna outbox. Jump back to the beginning. Reset our zeros. I think we're good. This really illustrates how dumb computers are, because they can do a lot of things really, really fast, but they can only do very specific things in a very specific order, very specific commands. And everything you see happening is just layers upon layers upon layers of commands. All starting from those very smart little binary bits. What'd I do? There's only one command off, and a lot of steps off. I won't bother optimizing that right now. Where's Carol? I think I'll go through the story and then come back to the hard ones now.
Hey, where's Carol?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. This coffee is amazing. Back to work, ladies.
Breaking. Previous reports of machine army evaluate to false. Everything equals 100% fine. Whether within pleasant tolerance parameters or human skin layer, you're all going to be fine.
Oh dear. Well, I shouldn't be worried. Everything's gonna be fine. Just... yeah. Vowel incinerator. What's the meaning of this? Management is attempting to reduce bandwidth by removing all vowels from every word. Good luck. Yes, facility management has kindly left all 5 vowels over there on the floor for you. We really should send them a handwritten thank you note one of these days. Send everything except for vowels. This is really just to say the check that I did before, only I'm checking if it's equal to these 5 things, and if it is, just put it in there. If not, leave it. So I can set this up in much the same way as the previous puzzle. By copying to a store and having a counter, like so. Copy. There we go, and then we subtract. No. Please. Yeah, Roger. There we go. We copy the value that's there, and if it is 0, which means it's the same, we start again. If it is not 0, we bump counter, and we jump to that. And then we just need the check here. So if that's the bump counter here. Copy from counter. F0, which means it has reached the end. Copy from store and outbox. Restart. That was easy enough. Okay. I feel like there should be an easier way to do this check that uses fewer steps, but it's not currently obvious, so... Alright, so that's one consonant. How does the vowel check work here? And it just keeps going. Alright. I think we got it. Speed up here. Man, this takes a long time. Even if I was a little more efficient, this is since you have to check everything. There's really no getting around this, so it's lucky that modern computers can do several thousands plus commands a second, because otherwise you wouldn't be getting anything done. You would not be watching this. Again, I was only one off on the size challenge, but on the speed challenge. Alright. Yeah, let's keep going up this way, and then we'll do the side stuff. Duplicate removal. Sounds... uh-oh. You got something wrong with your wall there. You're fired! Haha, just kidding. But I do have a note here from your other supervisor. She's out sick today. But she says, it's time to eliminate inefficiencies. And that's it. Send everything from the inbox to the outbox unless you've seen the same value before. Yes, I'm scared of her too. Okay. That's fun. So... this is going to be pretty much the same as before, except we are making the list instead of just having the list there. So that's fun. I wish there was a jump if null. That would make a lot of things a lot easier, because then I wouldn't have to copy zeros. I could just do jump if null. But no. Okay, inbox. We know that the first one's always going to be true, so we're going to copy to 0. No, we're going to copy to the value that we have over here. And we're going to outbox. And we'll start putting things together here. All right. So we copy to blah, blah, blah. Now we need another inbox. Oh. And this is where it gets tricky. So now we need to check if the value has been seen before we outbox it. Okay. And I might need to set up the count counter again, because that's fun. This just gets more and more complicated. That's kind of the point, right? But still. Blarg. This will make sense in a second. I think? I hope? I have to set up the 0 terminated string every time I do the loop. Or at least the first time I do the loop. So like, inbox copy to the space that is listed in the value of this thing over here. I wish there needs to be a faster way of saying that. Then I need to drop the count. Maybe I have this backwards, but then I need to copy from count to I need to do this pump after that. So let me go through the first few steps here. We got set up. Take the inbox. We're going to copy to this spot right here. Okay, then going to bump it. Outbox it. Oh, wrong. Stop. Bump it. We need to copy from count. Try that again. Okay, set up. bump, copy from, outbox, and then going to, that's it. It wasn't doing the value. So now, bop, 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 bop. Okay, stop. Yeah, I know. I'm not done, dude. So now I have my first zero terminated string, C. So now I need to check my stuff. So I need to store this value here and do a checkup, and then do the reset count, and this is starting to get painful. Like, I can appreciate the challenge, but this is starting to get painful. Okay, so we get the inbox, we copy to 12, which I'm just going to call hold. And in optimization, you would do all this, and okay. So once you have copy to hold, we're going to subtract that. And if it is 0, oh, friggin'. It's gonna be that one, and oh, this is so annoying. This is very because I have to do that check to see if it's a zero terminated string or not. Right here. So I need to copy from count plus 1. Check F0, and if that means it's made it to 0. And if it did, that's when you copy from hold and outbox and loop back to this spot. Okay, so now what we do is put in the stuff. If it's not 0, that's where we do the hang on. That. Wait, no, I messed up. Oh, come on. I need a inbox, copy to hold. Yeah, this would be a lot easier if I could scroll through this and edit the code as I'm while it's running. Because right now, I can go through a few things, but even with the fastest speed here, okay, inbox, copy to hold. This jump F0 is checking if the value of this is 0. Okay. So I need to copy from the count number. from this value. There we go. That's when we jump F0 for that one. If it is 0, we can oh no, that's not gonna work either. Okay. I've hit an hour. I need to figure this out. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna back up to my foul incinerator. So this is already pretty good. I'm going to copy this bugger and use it in here. Yeah. Silence. Okay, right. Clear. Yes. Paste. And this is my previous one. So now I want to move those actually. Delete. Okay. Delete. So the way this works is, just go through it again, inbox, copy to. Right, okay, so wherever it says, so that 5 here is this 0. And then it's like, oh, well, you need to place the thing. Okay, so I need to add a copy to 0, like that. But this is not copy to 0, this will be copy to stupid. Okay, we're copying from 7. We copied that to the value of 9. You got a lot of bloody pieces in this one. Okay. Do. So this is our setup. This much is set up. I also need to do a copy from 14 to a bump of 9. I give this 10 more minutes, and I will stop whether I get it or not. So up to this point, that is a decent setup. So I'm gonna So that sub 9 there is where I need to worry about it. So I need to copy from 7 outbox. Okay, so that whole 11 step process is my first number. And it ends up with letter here, 0, letter here, which is in storage, 0, and 1. Now, for the second one, I'll leave this as my clue of where I'm going to be. Okay. Second one, inbox. We do the same basic thing. We're going to copy 2, 7 as a holder, and we can move the numbers around if it's too large, but whatever. And then we need to do the check. So, just copy to 7, and this is hard. We subtract the value of 14. If 0, if it is ever 0, we go back and grab another number. If it is not 0, we bump 14. Copy from 7. We check if we need to check 14. Do the jump of 0. Like so. This way, copy from 7, copy 2. Then we outbox, then we need to reset 14. Okay, almost. Let me see. So inbox, copy to 7. We subtract from the value of 14. If it's 0, ignore it and go back to inbox, right? If it is not 0, bump 14, copy from that value. If it's 0, then we copy from 7, copy it to that location, outbox it, copy from 14, do this. Then we need to bump 9. Actually, hang on. need to bump 9. And copy from 14 to value of 9. That way it should do this. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Speed up the setup a little bit here. Okay. So the first one should be easy enough. Bam. Okay. Sub... Oh, that's my sub 9. I need to remove my sub 9. There we go. Let's try again. Set up. Okay. Alright, now we're into the second step. Place that. Checking if it's 0. It is not 0. We're going to bump this guy. Check if this one's 0. It is. Place it here. Put it in the outbox. Reset our counter. Bump this. Drop that. Okay. Check. Bump. Okay. Stop. 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 Okay, we were good up to the second one. So what happened? Almost got it. It's probably my jump is probably in the wrong place. That's probably all it is. Okay. Let's check it here. The inbox place. Do a subtract. It is not 0. So 1. Copy from. If it is 0, we have found the end. Ah, it's my F not 0, or if it is 0. No, I haven't reached that yet. Alright, let's keep going. So it's placing the setup here. Okay. Now this jump goes all the way up here to the next inbox. Alright, that's fine. Grab. Copy to 7. Subtract 14, which is 0. It is not 0. So we're going to bump 14. Okay, it's not 0. So that's jumping all the way back up there. That's why it's wrong. This jump should go back to where? Okay, so here's where I need it. I need a copy from I need a copy from 7, and then jump not all the way back up there, but up here to that sub 14. That's what I'm missing. Okay. To there, and copy from 7. I hope I didn't miss a jump there. Alright, setup. There's my second. Okay. Inbox. Copy to 7. Check. Bump. Check if 0. Subtract. Bump. 0. Place. outbox, reset my 0. Cool. Now this will only work up until you have 6 unique things. And if he calls me out on that, I can simply move all of my 7s down to 12 and all my 9s down to 13. And that would expand it to be 10 things. Oh, stop. Just noticed that. Okay. If it hits a 0, it needs to go down here and do the reset. It was not doing that. So that's here. Copy from, subtract, copy to, bump, copy from, copy to. Actually, it needs to be a different type of reset. Because this will... Okay. I wish I could, like, select sections of this and copy it down here. That would also really help. Alright, so copy from 14, subtract 14. Because you're using, like, functions and little sections of code that you can just plug in so that you can do things just so much faster would be really helpful. Okay. Alright. And then this jump was... Where's that jump go? So high. Okay, that's up to the inbox. Okay. Let's see what that is. Whew. That did not seem very efficient at all. 17 commands. I did it in literally twice as much. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna look at that again later. Sheesh. Alright, so we did some hard ones. I'm gonna have to come back to these extra hard ones later. Maybe next time. We only have 3 more of these stupid things, but if it's as long as that one, maybe these last 3 will take as long as that one, and it'll take an entire session. Who knows? Huh. Anyway, thank you for watching me fiddle around with numbers and letters and fun things like that. This has been Chrury Stream's Human Resource Machine, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.